I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. I really don't have much new or exciting information to bring forward here this afternoon. The weather pattern seems to be fairly locked in, if you will. We've got a big weather system that's going to be moving out of the plains and up across the eastern part of the country, the Corn Belt and especially, as we go through this weekend and into early next week. We're just tweaking track a little bit. Looks like it might be slowing, storm strengthening. Therefore, the track may actually end up being just a bit farther west. Doesn't matter. We're looking still at 1 to 2 inch rainfall totals over a good chunk of the Corn Belt. If there's going to be any snow, it's going to be north, upper Midwest parts of Minnesota, maybe back into eastern South Dakota, but even there, the snow chances don't look exceptional because it really looks like the moisture wants to move out before the cold air gets there. Still plenty of time to have that thought process completely overhauled by Mother Nature, but that's the way we're seeing things right now. More interested in the winds that come with this storm complex. Looks like they could be strong. And as another low comes out of the foothills in northeast Colorado, southeastern Wyoming at midweek next week, that one could have more wind and actually better snow totals. Snows there run from northwest Kansas, northeast Colorado, up through eastern Nebraska, the Dakotas, and into the upper Midwest. So there's action coming, but you have to step back and say, look, does any of this matter? And in the grand scheme of things, probably it doesn't. So we need to shift our focus to South America more again. And there I don't have any new news either. It's kind of interesting. We're hearing more talk of dryness, and some are even throwing the drought word around in South America. In Brazil, saw some pictures of some soybeans that somebody was trying to say look horrible. Let's be clear here. As we've stated before, there still is rain falling in Brazil. That central north area, I'm looking now for 10-day rain totals to be about 1.5 inches or less. Coverage probably 75-80%. So there's moisture around. It's nowhere near what they're used to getting this time of year, but it is moisture. To me, the garden spot right now appears to be down in Argentina. Timely rains, perfect rains, good totals coming through, good coverage, especially as we go from Tuesday through early Friday of next week. I think we have a front that just slowly ekes its way through Argentina. So Argentina corn and soybeans are going to be fantastic after these rains move through. And we're actually still seeing good rains in south and southeastern parts of Brazil. Just make sure you're running what you're hearing about that central north through a bit of a filter. It is dry, and the soil moisture profiles are drier, but we are still getting some rain. What we have to watch for is if this thing shuts off completely. That would probably cause a problem to develop very, very quickly. So far, we're not seeing that through the next 10 days to 2 weeks. Scattered showers, but showers nonetheless. In the Black Sea region, former Soviet Union, we're seeing winds subside a little bit here as we go into tomorrow. Got a pretty good front that moves across next week. It will bring rain, though, not snow, so I'm sure that you've heard talked about several times a lack of snow cover over there. That's not going to change here over the next 2 weeks. Temperatures are well above normal, so we're looking at more rain coming through. That will be good for crops, but the lack of snow cover is concerning to some folks because of cold air. The issue is right now, though, the air's not that cold. We're above normal, and I think the big concern here is if we see a big shut-off in the warmth, whether we see a sharp drop-off in temperatures, that could be problematic. So far, we're not seeing that here through the next 2 weeks to almost 3 weeks. Looks like we're going to keep this above normal temperature string intact right on toward the end of the month over in western Russia and eastern Europe. That's the way things are stacking up here at midday. Not a lot to talk about, but if you've got questions, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.